Commander, welcome. Let's get started right away.
Of course. I'm sure time isn't on our side.
It so rarely is. Galena Rance. I'm the Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. But don't hold that against me.
It's an honor to meet you, Chancellor.
Honor's all mine. Hadn't gotten to come to a briefing like this since my time in the 439th Bomber Wing.
I believe you already know Fleet Admiral Newman.
Battle of the Gauntlet, right?
Correct. With your help, I hope to win a similar victory on Corellia. A challenge, to be sure, but thanks to the reinforcements we've received, one that we can overcome.
Alright then. How do we defend Corellia? How do we save the Meridian Complex shipyard?
The captured Dark Counselor, Darth Savick, revealed much about the enemy fleet's capabilities. But she didn't know their attack plan. I've positioned our ships for maximum flexibility. Rapid reaction is our best hope.
How can the Alliance fleet help with the battle?
I'd like to keep them hidden on the far side of the planet Talos. Once we've seen the Empire's strategy, they can hyper-jump in wherever they'll be most effective. Savick has also revealed that the Imperial Armada will include a group of dreadnoughts equipped with Isotope 5 generators, and another with silencer superweapons.
Meaning?
The Isotope 5 ships will be much faster than standard, with far stronger shields. The silencers can destroy capital ships in a single shot.
It's good to hear that Savick is sharing useful information.
Quite a bit, actually. She also told us exactly how much Isotope 5 is left in the Empire's reserves. They won't be able to operate those ships for long.
And dreadnoughts equipped with silencer weapons sacrifice their hangars and most point defense weapons to do so. They'll be weak against starfighter attack.
Alright, that's everything in orbit. How about planet side?
Anti-aircraft turrets and defensive shielding are already in place. So long as they remain operational, the facility will be safe from aerial attack.
And our ground forces?
We've deployed as many soldiers as possible to the Meridian Complex, but it was built as a shipyard, not a fortress. We can only station so many troops in the facility before we end up leaving them exposed. So, the rest are positioned as close by as possible.
I've gathered as many Jedi as I could to join the defense, including volunteers from Corellia's Green Jedi. But there are still too few to repel a significant Sith contingent. Commander, we'd like you and your Alliance forces to join the ground defense group and help tip the odds in our favor.
We'll be ready for anything the Empire throws at us.
Sounds like everyone knows their job. The Republic's counting on you, friends. If we're gonna put up a decent fight going forward, we need that shipyard. Make us all proud.
Safe travels. Newman out.
We'll make our way to Corellia in my personal ship. There should be just enough time to cook up a nice rishkate and a pot of Gatalenton before we arrive.
Tao informed me of Arn's difficulties on Meksha. It meant a lot to her that you understood her concerns in being excluded from the situation. Recognizing when help is needed can be very important, but recognizing who should be giving that help, that can be even more important.
I should have given Tao the chance to help. She's actually doing a very good job with Arn.
Just as I expected. Now then, enough talk. We have a battle to win, don't we? Not to mention, I was in a Bacta tank the last time Daerun brewed this tea of his. I want to see what all the fuss is about. But you must admit, it's hardly the Sith approach.
I've grown far stronger working beside her than I ever could have become through treachery.
Intriguing. I suppose the Sith Code never specifically calls for the usurpation of the Master by the apprentice. Merely the pursuit of greater power.
Precisely. It's only natural that the strongest should lead, but the goal should be strength, not necessarily leadership. If one is truly strong, leadership comes inevitably.
A unique point of view among the Sith.
Perhaps that's why we aren't among the Sith now.
Is everyone ready to land at the shipyard?
We are indeed. Shuttles are prepped and gear is stowed.
Exiting hyperspace in the Corellia system, now.
Groups 4 and 5, position Orbit 9. 6, 7, and 8 staggered column behind them.
Daerun here. Report.
The enemy arrived ahead of schedule. They're split into 3 groups we've designated Hound, Raptor, and Swarm. Energy signatures tell us Hound group contains the Isotope 5 dreadnoughts. We're approaching our lines head-on at maximum speed. Following behind, Raptor group, vertical halo formation to maximize field of fire. Silencers, covering Hound group's approach. Swarm group contains the bulk of the attacking fleet. It dropped out of hyperspace on the far side of the planet, well out of weapons range. Objective, unknown.
Understood. How can we help?
Approaching the vector we're sending now to avoid Raptor group's targeting range. Then make for the surface.
Admiral, it's Swarm Group. The vessel opened fire.
Open fire on what? We're out of range.
They aren't firing on us. They're firing on the surface, the cities. Residential, manufacturing. It's totally indiscriminate.
We have to stop them. Thousands, even millions could die.
Redeploying any of our ships will weaken our defensive blockade significantly. There is the Alliance fleet, but we need them to trap the silencers.
Forget the plan. Those people need us. Admiral Ego, get to the far side of Corellia. Stop the Imperials any way you can.
Copy that. Moving out.
Reading multiple new targets. They must have been hidden by Hound's energy signatures.
They're going to beat us to the surface. All shuttles, prepare for launch.
All clear?
All clear. You saved me. Thank you. Thank you!
Commander.
Tau, Arn.
We're all right, old man.
And this is?
Theron Cedrax, foremost authority on exotechnology and principal systems engineer of this once fine facility.
Where's Darth Malgus?
Sidetracked, stalled, diverted when I calculated that our physical security was insufficient. I rerouted all facility defense systems to a secondary control station near the top of the spire.
That was some quick thinking. Well done.
The Sith Lord, Malgus, he and the last of his troops set off up the elevators toward the secondary controls. You're not too late to stop them.
If you read me, you better hunker down. Some of the reinforcements got past us and they are not in a great mood.
We can hold this level with our troops. You 3, go on. Malgus must be stopped.
Come with us. We can fight him together.
No, seeing me alive will only fuel his rage even further. This is your fight, all 3 of you. Fight as one, and you can defeat him. May the Force be with you.
Malgus.
Malgus.
Commander, I've been looking forward to meeting you. And Towered Air, didn't you bring that old fool with you? I'm told he survived our last encounter.
Couldn't kill one poor old Jedi. You're slowing down in your old age.
Am I?
Alert! Shield power decreasing. Shield system failure imminent.
Shall we die together?
You think we'd give up so easily?
I think I will kill you easily.
Think again.
Destroyed all those years ago. I will show you the true nature of destruction. Destroyed all those years ago. I will show you the true nature of destruction. None of you have the resolve, the strength to beat me. Commendable, but futile. You are weak. So it wasn't just a story then. You actually destroyed him. You are strong enough. No matter. I will not fail. Your shipyard will crumble. Your republic will burn. I will not fail.
Shield system failure. Structural damage detected. Evacuation protocols in effect. Shield power restored. Structural support units deployed. Fire suppression systems activated. External defensive systems restored. Targeting hostiles. Now.
All forces, our assault has failed. The shields cannot be penetrated. Regroup at our viewpoint, Crush. Now.
Lieutenant, all ships, regroup at the Meridian Complex. Secure any remaining enemy forces on the surface and prepare search and rescue teams for deployment. We've won the impossible battle. But the day isn't over until we've gotten everyone home safely. Get to it.
Conquering hero. You saved the day again. Well done.
It wasn't easy, but we pulled it off.
We're
we're getting a mountain of good intel out of the captured soldiers and ship crews, not to mention data from the wreckage. Exciting times, but I won't keep you. Just wanted to pass on my congratulations. See you around.
Well, if it isn't one of my new favorite people.
Tao escaped with only minor injuries. She'll be along shortly. Arn's recovery will take longer, but he'll be all right.
All Corellia forces are still on alert, but it would seem Malgus has escaped us once again.
One miss in a day full of hits. We'll get him eventually. The production lines are firing back up in a matter of days. We'll get new ships to our frontline units in no time. The Empire committed a lot to this attack. They're going to be hurting for a while, and we'll be ready to press the advantage.
We spent a lot of time with our backs to the wall. It'll be good to finally take the initiative.
Couldn't agree more. So what am I supposed to do with you? The hero of the Republic who's not in the Republic. At least not for some years now.
I believe there's a simple solution, Chancellor.
I agree. Consider this your formal invitation, Commander. Come back to us. Join the Republic. And bring all your friends and your planet with you.
I've looked forward to this day for a long time, Chancellor. I'd be proud to return to the Republic.
We'd be honored to have you. But let me give you the details before we sign anything. Odessan becomes a member world of the Republic, with a senator and everything. Every one of your people, even the ones with criminal charges or intelligence files with frowny faces on them, they all get clean records and citizenship if they want it. What's more, we've got a special assignment for you. Top priority. A new initiative we're cooking up. General?
Task Force Nova, a joint military and civilian effort to help the Jedi rebuild their order.
My research suggests that there are still countless Jedi scattered across the galaxy. We will find them, and we will build them a new home.
I've worked with a lot of great Jedi over the years. I'd be honored to help you.
Thank you. This will be a difficult undertaking. Your help will be invaluable.
I will serve as liaison to the task force, but we want you to take direct command of its military aspects. To that end, you will be reinstated in the Republic Army Special Forces Division, at the rank of Colonel.
I look forward to working alongside you.
That's quite an offer.
Of course, if you'd rather keep the Alliance as it is, that's fine too. You'll still be our top ally, and we'll still want your help with the task force. But the rest, the titles, the areas of responsibility, that's all a package deal for signing up. So, back to the Republic, back to military life, or stick with the Alliance as is.
The Republic is my home. It's where I belong. Sign me up.
Welcome to the Galactic Republic. Now then, this is gonna take quite a bit of paperwork. Until next time.
Colonel.
I'm told I may need to invest in some brighter clothing. It'll take some time to redecorate Odessan to coincide with our new allegiance, but I'll have the process started as soon as possible. Fitting in with the Republic, with the Jedi, should be interesting. Nost Doral, at least, seems open-minded enough.
Told you he was all right.
Even so, I think I'll keep my more proactive methods to myself from this point on. Shall we stop by the cantina? I understand one of the generals is offering free drinks for anyone with an impressive Corellia story.
You go on. I'm not interested.
Your loss.
Hey, need a minute of your time.
By all means.
Arn is still in the med bay on one of the corvettes. They didn't want to risk moving him. Still a lot of work to do. I tried to help him as we fell, to reach out in the Force, but we just weren't synced up. Even so, we both survived against Darth Malgus. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been there. Thanks.
Do you know how long it'll be before Arn is on his feet again?
Weeks, probably. They might have to bring in a specialist from Descartes 7 to help with the cybernetics. Apparently they're pretty complex. There's one other thing we should talk about. When Arn and I were buried in all of that wreckage, we didn't dig ourselves out. We had help.
From who?
From them.
Kira Carson, Jedi Knight.
Lord Scourge, not a Jedi Knight.
You attacked me on Mek Shah.
And I gladly apologize. It was a necessary test.
A test that you passed.
What are you talking about?
The Emperor, Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorion, whatever his name. He was a part of you. We all felt his destruction, but he has always been a master of deceit. We had to be sure that he wasn't lingering in your mind, hidden, waiting to come out only in the most dire circumstances. Now, we are sure.
I don't see Jedi and Sith cooperating very often outside of my alliance. How did you end up working together?
That is a very long story.
We can't risk saying more here. Let's travel to your base on Odessen. It should be safe for us to talk there.
About what?
The final gruesome weapon of Tenebrae.
We're here. Now tell me what this is all about.
As I told you on Carrick Station, Tenebrae's last gruesome weapon. He sought immortality, but only his endless spite survives now. I was his most powerful servant once. His wrath. But I learned of his true nature and plotted his downfall for centuries. Ultimately, I saw what had to be done, and betrayed my empire in order to destroy its creator. That is how I came to fight alongside Kira.
We fought the Emperor's servants constantly for years. We even thought we'd beaten him alongside my master. Then Yavin 4 happened. And Valkorion.
I received guidance from an old ally. Instead of seeking out our enemy in his current shell, you, as it turns out, we sought a different target. Tenebrae hid his original body where no one could harm it. As long as that body remained in stasis, the galaxy's greatest evil could never truly be killed.
Unless we destroyed Tenebrae, the fight against Valkorion would never really be over.
Since Valkorion is gone, I assume you succeeded?
We did. As we later learned, we destroyed his first body just as you purged the last vestige of his twisted spirit from your mind. That is when his final weapon was unleashed. A Sith ritual, carved into his very flesh, unleashed an ancient plague from every molecule of his decaying corpse.
We were both knocked out cold, comatose for more than a year. Satil Shan was the one who finally pulled us out of that nightmare, and started a new one.
Like you, Kira and I have both been vessels for a portion of Tenebrae's power. It acted as a sort of vaccine. But Satil had no such protection, nor did any of her followers. Within days, they were all laid low, trapped in a nightmarish slumber. In helping us, they are knowingly doomed themselves.
Just tell me how I can help.
The infection is worsening. There is a darkness growing among the afflicted.
We can feel their minds connecting, communicating. We're afraid they might be merging somehow.
Merging into what? Another Valkorion? Is this plague bringing him back somehow?
It's too early to make that conclusion. Whatever it is immensely dangerous. We must stop it.
How?
We loaded Satil and all of her followers onto a transport to keep them quarantined, along with a few Medroids to tend to them. The transport is programmed to fly a random course through unsettled sectors of the Outer Rim, all weeks away from civilization. I can send a signal to alter the course, bring it to another empty system that's closer so that we can meet it in a shuttle.
We board the ship and connect our minds with yours through the Force. Together, we will face this entity and purge it from existence. And if we cannot purge it, then we destroy the transport and hope we've ended the old monster's schemes forever.
Send the signal. If what you say is true, this thing could be getting stronger by the minute.
I'll send the signal right away. It'll take a while for the transport to come back into range. Mind if we stay here in the meantime? I'm no crasher. If you need any help while we're waiting, all you have to do is ask.
If it's a matter of fighting in your renewed war, leave me out. I have slain enough of my old comrades for 5 lifetimes.
Old softy.
Ah, child.
I have a good feeling about this. Call if you need me.
SWTOR!